Okay, so I'm Beck Lane, and as you can see, I'm outside. You can't see because it's so dark, but I'm outside. I was just coming back from going downtown in Sarasota. I had to go downtown a couple times today. I went to Urbanite Theatre, where I'm the featured artist for this season, and I've been working on developing artwork for their lobby. That's what I do, is artwork goes in their lobby. It's a very tiny lobby, but my artwork goes in there. We have some work hanging up now for their last performance. Their last play was Judith, She Is Leaving. I think that was the name of it. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Judith Is Leaving. That closed a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago. The next one is, Spaceman, sorry. The next one is Spaceman. So we're going to be hanging up half of the portrait I did of my friend Candy Dish, a drag artist from Providence, Rhode Island. That's going to be hanging up, and then I'm making some very light pieces. I put a photograph of them up on Facebook today, but they're light pieces on poly paper that allude to the sky, I guess, planets in the sky, stars. Anyway, whatever I'm trying to say. So we were talking about that. We're gonna change the artwork out sometime next week after Christmas, and then we'll put in the new things. So if you wanted to see the artwork hanging up at Urbanite Theatre, I have 2 portraits of Aida Overton Walker, 1 small portrait of Zora Neale Hurston, another one of Mabel Johnson, who has nothing to do with writing or being a playwright. She's just a character I find challenging. But Mabel Johnson is one of the people from the William Bullard portfolio I've been working on for a while. So she's still hanging up there, as well as one character, a portrait of a woman whose photo I found in a thrift shop, I think, and I call her Millie. So we've got 5 pieces hanging up, and we'll have new ones hanging up soon. Just now, though, I went down to SEE Alliance to check the place out. I mean, I don't talk about it, but I do go down every couple of weeks, and I sweep the sidewalk where we did a number of artists and I did illustrations on the sidewalk for Chalk Fest, Sarasota International Chalk Festival, or actually we were leading up to it. We did the illustrations, the painted sidewalk illustrations for a category of Chalk Fest called Avenue of Art. Again, I don't talk about it, but every couple weeks I go down and sweep the sidewalk, and then I give it a bath. I get it all cleaned up. Oh, hi, Cheryl. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Kristen. So I go down and clean it up. I also like to go in and clean SEE Alliance. SEE Alliance is a youth-led social justice, or the youth-led social justice group that is tackling politics here in Sarasota and in Florida. These kids are the reason that we were able to flip the school board from ultra right-wing mega Republican extremists over to now being led by a more moderate figure, a woman named Liz Barker, who has 4 children in the school system, whereas everybody else did not. But anyway, these kids they've been fighting that battle, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to say that I'm one of the hundreds of people that was behind them and supporting them and at the school board meetings and yelling at people. Anyway, I was just down there prepping to clean the sidewalk when Xander and Anya, the 2 founders and organizers of SEE Alliance, came out, and they greeted me, and they were just like, "Oh, we're happy to see you," which was really, really sweet and kind. I didn't expect anybody to be there, and they were there. But I have been doing their 8-foot by 10-foot chalkboard walls. I've done them just twice now, to this double-sided wall. And one thing we were talking about was redoing the chalkboard wall. So I'm very excited about that. We're going to go into the new year with a new look, a new feel. I have other things that I want to do for them artistically. We're going to sit down and talk about their plans for the next 2 years in Florida politics and their initiatives. But I love the fact that I was with them on election night, and election night was really hard. It was difficult. And it was really difficult, but as Xander said, we had a win. We had one win. So he takes the wins, and that's what he focuses on. He and Anya focus on, and all the kids at SEE. But their initiative now, it took a week or two for everybody to kind of collect, but they decided to go forward with an initiative called Forward Together. So I'm looking forward to 2025 and working with them some more. But anyway, if you want to see the chalkboard mural, I don't know, it's going to be up for another week, maybe 2. You can go to SEE Alliance. They're on South Orange Avenue, kitty corner to the Fountain Restaurant in Burns Square, where we did Avenue of Art and Chalk Fest was held. So there's 2 things that you can go see the artwork. Also, if you're interested in any of the paintings that you see or I post about at Urbanite Theatre, they have a price list there. You can talk to them. And again, as always, we have payment plans. So if you're at all interested, there we go. But I got home from Georgia from the artist residency. Hey Dan, hey Sonia. Hi honey, God, I miss you, Dan. I miss you. I got home from Georgia, and the first couple days were hard. It was being here. It was emotionally hard. Sarasota has been such a fight for so long. But today, yesterday I went out for a short ride on my scooter, and I just got this wave, this wave of, an energizing wave came through me. And then today I'm driving into town. You're doing great things. Oh, Dan, that's really kind. Thank you. I'm just lucky. I'm surrounded by people. I'm surrounded by people who have pulled me in and allowed me to be in their world. So I get to work with great people who are doing great things. And the ripple effect just hits me periodically. But I was driving around Sarasota, driving down to Urbanite Theatre, and I thought, I am the luckiest person. I do realize this. I am such a lucky person. I came out of, when I was in Georgia, it was a lot of healing, a lot of healing, emotional, mental, physical healing. And I've come back clearer, more capable. Facebook AI popped up and decided to take over there for a sec. Anyway, I came back and I'm much clearer, much stronger, as you can hear and probably see, much more focused. And I used to joke about before I went to Georgia, I used to say to people, I'm fueled on bitterness and rage. And I have a little bit of that, but not nearly as much. Georgia brought some peace. And so I have decided to focus on breathing into peace and being effective that way. We can't do anything about the election. We cannot do anything about the MAGA extremists who are going to do whatever they do. But what we can do is provide safe space and peace for one another while tackling whatever is thrown at us. But we can't come at it with bitterness and rage before anything has happened. Last night I was invited to a dinner. It's good to release that back. A little fire, not a raging fire. Yeah, and I've been a raging fire for decades, Dan. But last night I was invited to the Stonewall Democratic Party holiday party, I think it was. And it was really nice because I walked in and I wasn't feeling super up. And I didn't know how to articulate Georgia. People asked me how Georgia was, and what do I say? Oh, it was nice. It was transformative is what it was, and it brought me back to me. And it also gave me, not confidence, because I have 10 times more confidence than people imagine. I have a pretty healthy ego. But it is otherworldly to have utter and complete strangers on that level say, we see you, we appreciate your artwork, we see the value in you. It is otherworldly. But here I am at the Democratic Party thing last night, pizza party at Mellow Mushroom last night, stuff in my face as usual. And all these people are like, wow, look at, the artwork you did in Georgia, and look at how healthy you are, and da-da-da-da. And we were talking about the future. We were talking about what we're going to be doing in the future, or what we can do in the future, and how we can help, and how we can provide safe spaces for people, and provide comfort in what we expect will be a really uncomfortable and possibly horrible and dangerous time. But instead of raging at the danger and the discomfort, it is just filling ourselves with peace and determination to make other people know there are individuals they can go to, and there is always going to be a warm hug. So I'm driving around Sarasota. I'm thinking, God, I've been swinging at the wind here for so long. I've been swinging at the wind and trying to get people who are further up the artistic popularity ladder to see me. And now it's like, I drive around and I can hold my head up because so many people got me behind me and got me to Georgia. So many people got me to this artist residency that I didn't know I physically, mentally, and emotionally needed to continue on. Living, not only living but producing work, but living and breathing. It's something I am going to become very proud of as I oh God, I hate this word, but process what happened. That 56 people said, here's $20, here's $10, here's $25, $20, $25, $50, this is what I have, please go to Georgia and come back and keep working. Who gets that kind of support? So I'm actually driving on my scooter and I'm going through traffic and I'm like sitting taller and taller and taller, knowing that I have a community of people around me who, were you in the mountains? Oh yeah, I was in the mountains, Dan. You really helped reset everything. I don't plan on leaving. Yeah, don't leave the mountains. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's what our heart needs. What we need is living, breathing beings, the mountains and the woods. Not chaos. But you've given me, whether you were able to help send financial support to get me to Georgia, or you were just like, go, 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 go. You were supporting me in one way or another. I get to hold my head up high, knowing that I have such a strong community around me. And this also allows me to take that strength, that knowledge, and the validation and extend it to other artists or other organizations and be better. Just be a better person. And that's what I was thinking about today when I was driving around. Just how extraordinary, how extraordinarily fortunate I am. And it gives me a little bit, having that level 2 of artist residency gives me a little bit bigger stick to swing. when I walk into a room and I need people to listen. Pretty fantastic. So there was there's one quote I want to share with you, and I don't want to talk out of turn, but I was with a friend the other day who started giving me advice. You know, what I should do, what you should do this, you should do that. And I finally had to say, look, I've done a lot of stuff. And if I'm not doing it, it's because I've already done it and it hasn't worked. And I kind of went into a few things, and then she was kind enough to take a breath, and she looked at me, and this is what I want you to hear. Because as artists, as people who don't have power, we are often perceived as being too stupid to know to do like some basic things, or we're told to be somebody else or do something or look another way. If you were another kind of person, you would be better. If you did the artwork like so-and-so, you would be better. Not saying that's what my friend said, but she did take a breath, and she said something really important to me that I wanted to share. She said, you know, I was giving you unsolicited advice. And unsolicited advice is a criticism. That's a pretty powerful thing to hold in your head when someone is poking at you. Now, hopefully, because I am now carrying a bigger stick because of everyone here, because of this community, hopefully I won't get that as much, because I don't have the patience for it anymore. I just don't. I don't have the patience. I've jumped through so many hoops for people, and I'm done. We actually had, I was sitting at dinner at, oh, hi, Cindy. Hi, Renee. Oh, Francesca, hi. Yeah, I was sitting at dinner at Hambidge it was last week. Oh, God, I can't believe it was just last week. And here I am sitting with more extraordinary people. It was, my artist residency was nothing but a stream of extraordinary people who do social activism, as well as poetry, as well as choreography, as well as performing. I met one woman from Harlem who's performed with musical greats. I mean, throughout history, musical greats. These are the people I was sitting with for weeks, having dinner, eating collard soup or something. I don't even know what it was, tofu. But I'm sitting there, and there were times I thought, how did I get here? How did I get here? How am I here? And then it started to hit me that not only is this something that I've wanted, but this is apparently something that the people around me have wanted, is me to be able to go up another rung on the ladder. People have wanted this for me. But then I'm thinking, too, how powerful it is to have these utter and complete strangers say, we want you to come sit at our table. We want you. Not we want you to be somebody else. Not we want you to come here and do somebody else's work. Not we want you to have a different haircut or wear different clothes or say different things or be somebody else or think a different way. It was, no. We want you. We see your value. There's so much power in that. And that's what that's another thing I've been driving around with on my little scooter today is, good God, I'm sitting with people who have won national awards and are intellectuals and thinkers and doers, a lot of social activism going on. And I'm so proud to be able to take some of the lessons I learned there in peace and calm and quiet and the thinking I was able to do, and the things I heard from other people, and the different talks that we had. I'm so proud that I was given the opportunity to experience that and also bring it back and extend it to others now. And take this bigger stick that I've been handed, and wield it not just on behalf of me, but on behalf of others. For people who don't feel that confidence and don't feel that power and haven't had that experience. And hopefully I am better, and I inspire the people around me to be better, or at least give them the confidence and strength to go in different, I'm trying to say something, I don't know, to give them the confidence and strength to try new things and really become the artists they've always wanted to be, instead of being the artist other people want them to be, or be the writer other people want them to be, or the social activist that other people want them to be, or whatever. Instead of having to kowtow, hopefully the gift I have been given by being able to go on this artist residency gives people the courage to become more confident and stubborn in what they do. Anyway, I'm walking around 10 feet tall and really proud, really, really proud. And hopefully I will reflect all the support that I have been given well throughout 2025, 2026, for the rest of my life. Hopefully. Anyway, yeah, so here I am sitting in a garden that I come here when I just need to be outdoors and kind of alone, even though traffic. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Thanks, Dan. I really appreciate it. Hi, Donna. It was really cool today going around town because I had a number of people who were like, back. One woman, I walked into a store, and I tend to do this. I looked over and I said, oh my God, I love your dress. I don't know who she is. I'm like, oh, I love your dress. That looks great on you. I want to make people feel good. I do it because I want people to feel good about themselves. And she turned around, she goes, oh my God, I follow you on Facebook. It was the coolest thing. And I went down another aisle, and somebody else was like, Beck, I follow you on Facebook. And I went down another aisle, Beck, where have you been? Blah, blah, blah. Beck, how was Georgia? Da, da, da. It was just, you don't know who's watching, who's paying attention. But then wherever I went in Sarasota today, people were like, hey, Beck. It was really cool. Really, really cool. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still processing what it all means, what the artist residency means. What it stands for, what it symbolizes, and how to take all those, wonderful lessons and apply them. The quiet lessons that nobody told me I had to learn, but that I learned while I was there. Another thing that I want to share besides unsolicited advice is unsolicited criticism, is which is brilliant. One thing I want to share with people is I want to do monthly potluck dinners. I haven't quite formulated where and how. I've talked to a couple of friends about doing them here, my friend Rana and my friend India, and now Xander and Anya, where and when, but like once a month doing potluck dinners. As we go into the next 4 years, we want to provide safe spaces. And so I'm thinking about potluck dinners. I'm also thinking about having just nights where there is no real purpose other than providing comfort and community. Maybe we're knitting or we're crocheting, but one person reading a book, like just like reading a book out loud, instead of having a lecture on banned books, which we do here, and I appreciate them, but like just having somebody read, like it's pre-World War II, shut everything off, just have time together and be safe. One of the things we did at Hambidge, though, that I haven't done before, and I don't, other than praying before dinner, you know, having rote prayers that people said before dinner at Hambidge, and this is something that brought me a lot of peace and kind of helped me to focus, was we would stand at the dinner table, and I've seen photographs of other crews holding hands, which I don't want to be holding hands with people, but necessarily, unless I know them well. But we would hold up our hands before dinner and just think of, we wouldn't have to give thanks in any traditional way with any religious connotation. It was just, think about what you're grateful for. It was taking a deep breath and think about what you're grateful for. And we'd stand there with our eyes closed and our hands open. And we would think about what we were grateful for. And every night, I want people to hear this. Again, it's silent, but I would say, I am so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be at Hambidge. I'm grateful to be in Georgia. I am grateful to be with these people. I am grateful to the community that sent me here. I am grateful for the health that I am getting back. I am grateful for the quiet. I am grateful for be able to see the stars. I'm grateful to be able to take a nap in a hammock. But I think that's one thing that I want to bring to like potluck dinners, so that we can center and focus. Night, Dan. Love you, hon. We'll see you later. But something I want to bring to the potluck dinners as we go into, what's going to be a difficult time. Is expected to be a very difficult time, to help bring ourselves some peace and center ourselves, is to just, I am grateful. I know it's a very Lululemon thing to do, very trendy Lululemon-y thing to do. But if you're like me and you're just constantly working, you don't necessarily think about it, or own a dining room table. I don't own a table, so I'm not sitting around eating, off a plate all the time. But that's transformative. Anywho, that's it. Just wanted to say hi, and I cried about coming back here. I did not want to come back here. I did not want to come back to Sarasota. But now I'm realizing I couldn't have gotten this level of support anywhere else. I don't think. I've had an extraordinary year, an extraordinary 2024. Helicopter. That goes on all the time. I've had an extraordinary 2024 because of the community here and the people I get to call my friends. So now we're going to build on that in 2025. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to ride home. It's getting a little chilly. Not like, North Georgia chilly, but a little chilly. Anyway, ciao. Thanks. Ciao.